Boy kept disappearing after school, but what his dad found left him speechless. 8-year-old Kenny lived with his parents in a small town in Ohio. He was a quiet and kind boy who always walked to and from school alone. His dad, Barry, worked long hours as a car mechanic to support the family. Things weren't always easy, but they managed. One day, Barry noticed something strange. Kenny had started coming home late from school. At first, he thought maybe Kenny was just playing with friends. But soon, Barry saw that his son never had pocket money left. He hadn't bought toys, snacks, or even saved a single dollar. Barry got worried. So one afternoon, he decided to watch closely. He saw Kenny come home as usual, go inside, and then leave again minutes later, still wearing his school backpack. Barry quietly followed him, staying far behind. But what he saw at the end shocked him. Barry followed his son down the road, staying quiet and hidden. Kenny walked past the grocery store and went inside. A few minutes later, he came out with a plastic bag filled with canned food. Barry saw him put it in his backpack. Then, Kenny walked past the park, past the gas station, and into an empty part of town. The buildings there were old and falling apart. No one really went there anymore. Barry's heart was beating fast. He had no idea what his son was doing. Kenny stopped near an alley and looked around. Then he crouched down and opened his bag. He pulled out the cans and some paper plates. Just then, 3 dogs came running out from behind a dumpster. They were skinny, dirty, and missing patches of fur. But they wagged their tails when they saw Kenny. Barry was shocked. He wanted to run over and stop him, but he waited. Kenny opened the cans and poured the food onto the plates. The dogs barked softly and began eating. Kenny sat with them quietly. He even petted them while they ate. Barry finally stepped out and walked over. Kenny looked up, surprised and nervous. "I'm sorry, Dad," he said. "I didn't want to lie. I just wanted to help them." Barry looked at the dogs and then at his son. He didn't say anything for a moment. He felt proud, but also sad. His son had been giving away all his money to feed stray dogs, and he had done it in silence, never asking for praise. That night, Barry posted a photo of Kenny feeding the dogs on Reddit. He told the story in a simple way. He wrote about how his son had used all his pocket money for 2 weeks to care for animals that no one else noticed. The post went viral. People from all over the country started sharing kind words. Many offered to send money to help. Barry and Kenny used the money to build a small dog shelter in their backyard. They called it Happy Animals Club. Over time, more donations came in. They rented a bigger space, built fences, and made small homes for the dogs. Kenny kept feeding and caring for the strays. Later, he started saving kittens too. What started as a secret act of kindness became a shelter that changed many lives, and it all began with one little boy and 3 hungry dogs.